In the late 70s and early 80s, a new sound was taken over. This sound was smooth, polished, and built for the dance floor. It wasn't just funk anymore. It was something more refined, more futuristic. At the center of that sound was a record label that changed everything, and one group helped define it. The group was a band that blended funk, soul, and sophistication into a sound that still resonates today. Behind the music is a story of creativity, change, and legacy. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Dynasty. Now before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. To understand this band, you have to understand Solar Records, which was founded by Dick Griffey. Solar became one of the most influential labels of the era. It was home to artists who defined the sound of the late 70s and early 80s R&B music, such as Shalamar, The Whispers, Lakeside, The Deal, and Climax, to mention a few. The label's identity was clear: clean production, danceable grooves, and undeniable style. Dynasty was formed as part of the Solar vision. With talented musicians and a focus on polished sound, the group quickly found its identity. There wasn't just another funk band, it was part of a movement. A sound that blended live instruments with modern productions. Griffey and producer Leon Silvers, a former member of the Silvers family group, was essentially the creators of Dynasty. In 1978, Silvers became the label's in-house producer and was a key creator of the Solar sound. It was in this role that he united the Dynasty members. The young performers made up the group: vocalist and keyboardist Kevin Spencer, and vocalist Nigel Beard and Linda Carriere. Carriere and Beard became acquainted in Los Angeles in the winter of 1972 after Carriere graduated from college in New Orleans. Both was frequent visitors to a popular soul and pop nightclub, Maverick Flat. The owner of the nightclub, John Daniels, was in the process of putting together a new group. He named this group The Blanc, which both singers became members of. They traveled with the group for 2 years, visiting key cities in the US, Canada, Japan, and Europe. Some of the original members of the group, such as Beard and Carriere, established a new band that was called Starfire after the band broke up in 1975. Starfire played in the US, Canada, and Europe for a year, with few significant performances in Finland and Iran in 1976. The group made a decision to break up after the tour. Beard became close to Leon Silvers at this period. During this time, Beard and Leon Silvers became very close. Both Beard and Carriere benefited from their new affiliations, since Silvers connected them with Griffey. Spencer first got to know Leon Silvers when he unexpectedly showed up to his house to try out for the band to be their bassist. Luckily, Spencer was able to blow away Silvers, and that became the formation of Dynasty. The group quickly began working on their debut album. In 1979, they released it, titled Your Piece of the Rock. This album featured 2 hits: Satisfied, that peaked at number 38 on the dance charts, and I Don't Want to Be a Freak, that peaked number 38 on the dance charts and number 36 on the R&B charts. Dynasty was part of a larger musical ecosystem. Alongside other Solar acts, they helped shape a sound that was both futuristic and deeply rooted in funk. This era saw the rise in drum machines and synthesizers. Dynasty embraced these elements while maintaining their musicality. Their breakout came that following year with their second album, Adventures in Atlanta Music. The album features standout songs such as Do Me Right, that peaked number 34 on the R&B charts. I've Just Begun to Love You, that peaked number 87 on the pop charts, number 6 on the R&B charts, and number 5 on the dance charts. And Groove Control, that peaked number 64 on the dance charts. These songs showcase their smooth vocals, tight groove, and sophisticated arrangements. It was a defining moment, not just for the group, but for the solar sound. The album's title track eventually became key samples for other artists such as Camp Lo, Angie Stone, Terry Walker, and The Rain, to mention a few. Like many groups, Dynasty experienced changes in the lineup over time. Each shift brought new influences and directions. While these changes affected their trajectory, the core of their sound remained intact. In 1981, Leon Silvers officially joined the group, but unfortunately his presence did not elevate their success. They went on to release their third album, The Second Adventure. This album received little attention, however it did produce a few singles, such as Here I Am, that peaked number 26 on the R&B charts and number 51 on the dance charts. And Love in the Fast Lane, that peaked number 31 on the R&B charts. The following year, the group released the album Right Back At Ya. This album had the hit singles Check It Out, that peaked number 39 on the R&B charts. And Stroking, that peaked number 52 on the R&B charts. As the 80s progressed, the music industry continued to evolve. New genres and technologies began to dominate. For groups like Dynasty, staying relevant required for them to adapt. While their commercial peak may have passed, their music continued to resonate with fans. During the early 80s, Silvers and Beard was married. By 1986, Carriere was no longer in the group when they returned with the 1986 album Daydreamin'. Dynasty released their final studio album in 1988 titled Out of Control. But around this time, the group hits had dried up. Out of Control had the same album cover as Daydreamin', and it also includes several of the same tracks. Even though new solo producers L.A. Reid and Babyface was brought in for the Out of Control album, the group could not revive their earlier glory and soon disband afterwards. Although the group broke up, they did provide background vocals on the 1994 album Jesus Is My Wonderful Friend by gospel singer and label mate Joanna G. Hines. Beard continued to write songs, and she co-written a lot of Dynasty songs. Her songs appeared on albums by Shalimar, The Whispers, Seventh Wonder, and LaRue. Carriere continued as a background vocalist, while keyboardist and singer Spencer returned to studio work, and he could be heard on the recordings by Carrie Lucas, Shalimar, The Whispers, Ten Harris, and Gladys Knight and the Pips. Silvers went on to have a successful career as a producer and songwriter, writing for artists such as Howard Hewitt, the Brothers Johnson, Glenn Jones, and Backstreet, to mention a few. Sadly, on December 8th, 2023, Nigel Beard passed away from cancer at the age of 71. Dynasty music didn't fade, it evolved. Hip-hop and R&B artists had sampled and rediscovered their tracks. Dynasty influence transcended its era. Today, Dynasty is recognized as a key contributor to the solo records era. Their music represents a time where funk became more refined, more polished, and more expansive. They helped bridge the gap between classic funk and modern R&B. Dynasty didn't just follow a trend, they helped define the sound, a sound that still echoes through music today. Because great music doesn't disappear, it evolves, inspires, and lives on. And Dynasty will always be part of that legacy. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song by Dynasty? Before I go, I want to take a second to promote my Discord. Over here, I provide a safe space for my supporters. We discuss music of all genres. You can provide me feedback on recent uploads, etc. If that interests you, then go ahead and check me out. The link is in my bio. While I have y'all here, if you would like to support the channel further, then feel free to become a member. By doing so, you help make these videos possible. I thank each and every one of you who supported me along this journey.